What is the value of the expression 2 squared plus 36 divided by 4 times 9? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression is so tricky that many people end up with the wrong answer. Let's dive in and break it down step by step together. To solve this question, many people start by calculating 2 squared first, and instead of the original expression, they rewrite it as 4 plus 36 divided by 4 times 9. And the next step, they usually perform the addition between 4 and 36 and simplify this expression to 40 divided by 4 times 9. Then, they proceed by doing the division between 40 and 4, which gives them 10 times 9. And finally, they multiply 10 by 9, which ends up with the answer 90. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option C is the correct answer to this question. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. Also, some other people when solving this question first go for the expression 2 squared and they simplify to 4 plus 36 divided by 4 times 9. And the next step, they usually go for the multiplication between 4 and 9 because they think multiplication has priority over division. So, they rewrite this expression as 4 plus 36 divided by 36. Next, they perform the division between 36 and 36 since they believe division has priority over addition. And they rewrite this expression as 4 plus 1, which ultimately gives them the answer 5. And immediately, they conclude that option A is the correct answer to this question. However, it's not the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let me explain step by step how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we must follow a rule that is called PEMDAS. We have to follow the order of operations exactly in order from top to bottom. Alright, as you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have an exponent, then an addition sign, followed by a division, and finally a multiplication. We should start with the exponent because in this expression, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplifies to 4 plus 36 divided by 4 times 9. And the next step, we need to handle the division and multiplication, since multiplication and division have higher priority than addition. However, it's very important to note that in the PEMDAS rule, multiplication and division have equal precedence. In this situation, we must start from the left and move toward the right, performing these two operations in order. So, first we perform the division between 36 and 4, and this expression simplifies to 4 plus 9, then times 9. Now, it's time to do the multiplication between 9 and 9, which gives us 4 plus 81. And finally, the value of this expression is equal to 85. That's great. Option B is the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let's solve another tricky math question together. What is the value of the expression 6 plus 8 inside the parentheses, then plus 70 divided by 2 multiplied by 7? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? Let's take a closer look and solve it together. In the first step of solving this question, many people go straight to the expression inside the parentheses and simplify the whole expression to 14 plus 70 divided by 2 multiplied by 7. And the next step, they perform the addition between 14 and 70 and simplify this expression to 84 divided by 2 multiplied by 7. And the final step, they handle the division between 84 and 2 and write this expression as 42 multiplied by 7, which eventually gives them the answer 294. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option C is the correct answer to this question. But I have to say we're tricked and it's not the correct answer to this question. Also, some other people when solving this question first go to the expression inside the parentheses and write this expression as 14 plus 70 divided by 2 multiplied by 7. And the next step, first they handle the multiplication between 2 and 7 because they believe multiplication has a higher priority than division. So, they rewrite this expression as 14 plus 70 divided by 14. And the final step, they perform the division between 70 and 14 because they think division has a higher priority than addition. So, they simplified this expression to 14 plus 5, which ultimately gives them the answer 19. And immediately, they conclude that option A is the correct answer to this question. However, that's definitely wrong. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression correctly. As you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have parentheses, then an addition sign, followed by a division, and finally a multiplication. To solve this question, we need to follow the PEMDAS rule step by step. And this rule, P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. We must perform all the operations strictly from top to bottom according to the PEMDAS rule. Okay, first we go to the parentheses, because according to the PEMDAS rule, parentheses have the highest priority over all other operations. So, we can write this expression as 14 plus 70 divided by 2 multiplied by 7. And the next step, we move on to the division and multiplication, because multiplication and division have higher priority than addition. However, it's very important to note that multiplication and division have exactly the same level of priority. In this situation, the best approach is to start from the left and move toward the right, performing these two operations in order. So, first we start with the division between 70 and 2, which simplifies this expression to 14 plus 35 and multiplied by 7. In the final step, we handle the multiplication between 35 and 7, because multiplication has a higher priority than addition. And this expression simplifies to 14 plus 245, which ultimately gives us the answer 259. Therefore, option B is the correct answer to this question.